Well, you might get mad at this next pick because it's mine. We're doing Mortal Kombat versus Street
Oh,
Fighter.
that's the classic mashup, dude. Jeez. We're going straight for the
Here we
jugular.
go. This is the test of the ultimate fighter. I think these are like the rival fighters, you know? You think of like what were the arcade fighters back in the day, and even where have they gone? The legacy is Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. They're both very authentic to the medium. They're both very unique in their own rights as franchises. So let's talk a bit about it. What's Street Fighter? What's Mortal Kombat? What's the best? And why?
And
Subscribe,
why?
motherfuckers.
Who wants to start?
I'll start because I'm the most ignorant. So, and I think you should always start from a place of ignorance, is what I always say. Okay, maybe I don't understand these games at all, which is probably the case. But I always viewed from the outside Street Fighter as more of a technical um, tournament fighting game, and Mortal Kombat as more flash and look cool blood kind of game. Now I know that they both have elements of the other. I know that there is actual mechanics in Mortal Kombat, and actually, I've been to a couple shows where I met the cast of the original Mortal Kombat and got to meet them and talk to them and like learn about the making of those games. So actually, they hold a special place in my heart for really getting a peek into the industry, especially at that time. But yeah, I always viewed Street Fighter as more the technical fighting game and Mortal Kombat more the flash. I'm gonna go Mortal. Oh, are we doing the official?
You can.
Okay,
Can.
I will just go Mortal Kombat because I'm not a technical fighting game guy, and the fatalities are pretty inventive. And I think in the mainstream, people know Mortal Kombat more just because of fatalities and screaming Mortal Kombat at the top of their lungs. So, Mortal Kombat.
Do you want me to go or do you want to go?
I want you to go. You go, Alex.
Okay, I'll go. This one's easy for me, but I will talk about each. Street Fighter is, like I said, like the grand. Well, I said in the last matchup, the grandfather of fighting games, and is will always. That's basically what you think of whenever you see a fighting game character, especially like a Karate Man. You think of Ryu, like he's the guy. And the Hadouken has been referenced in so many pieces of media because it is so iconic. But Mortal Kombat is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and yes, especially the early games. Not saying they didn't have technical aspects to them, but they were a lot more flash. Like, oh man, you can see that guy's spine get ripped out and stuff. But what always drew me to the series were the characters and the lore. I always loved the world of Mortal Kombat growing up, and I've played all those fucking games to pieces, and I still keep up with it even if they take some iffy directions. And they always have fun gameplay and characters. Even like the stuff that comes out of the franchise, like the movies, or even like when you're playing like the story modes and stuff. Like they're great. I mean, for a fighting game, they're great, but they're still a lot of fun. And yeah, I am attached to Mortal Kombat at the hip. So it'll be interesting to see if any of the other matchups can top it for me. But yeah, I fucking love it. Mortal Kombat.
Time to vote. I mean, goddamn, it's Mortal Kombat, dude. I mean, and subtract the media outside of the games aside, because I think that gives it an unfair advantage over basically the majority of this.
You think it gives it an advantage?
Fine. I think reference it. Huh?
It has two good movies. It has one bad movie, but two good movies.
Well, that you have the theme song, you have things like that. Like, I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay, we can talk about it, I guess. But let's talk about the fighting game. Mortal Kombat, I think what I appreciate over Street Fighter, I like how Street Fighter has kind of remained similar over time, 2, 3, 4. I played the demo for 6. It's basically the same game every time you play them. Mortal Kombat kind of is and isn't, but I think the things that I like about it are there's just all these elements that like kind of make it fantastic and gruesome, like not hitting people off the edge, using your environment to beat people up. Also the fatalities, as mentioned. I think all of these characters and their special moves really make them feel special. Whereas in Street Fighter, I don't really feel like every character is special. I feel like I really just use Ryu, Blanca, and maybe Chun-Li for some kicks. But like. in Mortal Kombat, I could play one of the earliest games, or I could play XL, and I could still play Sub-Zero anytime. And just love his ice attacks, the back attacks, and that's where I think it feels the same, like very very similar to what it used to be, but every game is so unique and distinct. Like I remember playing story mode in Deception and playing as Shujinko and learning all the characters' moves, and then just going into this big open world. Or I remember Armageddon, and it was a bit more of a walkathon, but just getting every single character, fighting with them, classy, really cool. XL, just seeing how polished it is and beautiful, and that has its own unique story mode. I haven't really messed with it. I've just played with the towers. Great. Love it. I could play Mortal Kombat anytime. So I'm team Mortal Kombat personally.
All right. I didn't think Street Fighter would get voted down so quickly. I thought that would be like
hey, if you're a Street Fighter fan though, let us know why it's better than Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we'll tell you you're
yeah.
wrong.
I'll do a fatality.
I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight in real life, so that's my thing.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.